morning, y'all. We are here. We are outside before it gets deathly hot in Atlanta. Welcome to Creative Mornings Atlanta, everybody. Hi. I'm your host, Amina Brown. Y'all give it up for DJ Old Diggy over here, DJing this morning. Yes. And I'm not just saying that because we married. We is married, so if I rub on him, it's consensual. It's consensual. We're about consensual rubs, generally. So yes, that's my husband. Shout out to DJ Up Diggy. Actually, can I just put out there the people can see you DJing at Lady Bird Saturday night, right? So tomorrow night at Lady Bird, 8 to midnight at Lady Bird. You could go there and get you some more vibes. Also, let me let you know he is DJing at Bar Taco for Cinco de Mayo, and I know some of y'all celebrate even though it's not a real holiday. Okay, it's not real, okay? And if it's not your culture, no sombreros, got it? Okay, I don't want to see the mustache, I want to see that, okay? But if you want to go just eat some tacos, that's fine, okay? Go do that, but just be appropriate. So you can go to see, okay? I'm just trying to help the people because the people, they have a hard time, okay? So I'm not gonna stop you if you want to go eat your tacos and drink your drinks, okay? But that's not your time to wear a sombrero if that's not your culture. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. So you can check him out at Bar Taco that weekend of Cinco de Mayo on a Sunday this year. So he'll be there Saturday and Sunday. Go get you some vibes. Culturally appropriate vibes. Thank you. Are we Inman Park? You're Inman Park, Bar Taco? Inman Park, Bar Taco, people. Go there. Get you some spring vibes before you get sunburned in June and July. Okay? Do what you can. All right. I am Amina Brown. I'm your chapter host for Creative Mornings. How many first-time Creative Mornings people do I have in here? Okay, first-timers. Yes. You might be like, wow, thanks for the free food, but like, what is this? Like, what am I at? Okay, so Creative Mornings is actually a global initiative. So we are one of over 200 chapters all over the world who are gathering creatives just like this, right? These events are always free. The coffee and the food is always free all over the world. And each city just gathers their people and expresses the theme however they decide, right? So our theme this month is spicy. We're going to get into that because, whew, that's exciting. Some of y'all, I know you love spicy. Some of y'all, vanilla might be more your thing. But, we all have a time. We all have a thing. Okay, I got a lot of thank yous I want to make sure I give. Shout out to Hot Coffee being our coffee partner this morning. Did y'all enjoy the coffee? That was great. Hot Coffee is just, they are so special to us because they really have come through in the clutch for us as this chapter was getting back up and running after pandemic things. Hot Coffee is a Black woman-owned coffee brand in Atlanta, so you want to support them. Their brick and mortar is actually located in the Rice Building. Any of you that are familiar with the Russell Innovation Center, Hot Coffee is located there, and you too can have hot coffee at your event. What? For a fee. Thank you so much, Hot Coffee. Tacos from Little Ray this morning. We want to thank Little Ray. We love breakfast tacos. Do I have any people who are from Texas in here? Is it just me? Oh my God. Okay. Okay. All right. Because I went to high school in San Antonio, Texas. Okay. So we actually had breakfast tacos more than we ate McDonald's. Like your mom would like pull you by like the breakfast taco spot and you would like get a taco in the morning. So Little Ray is like the closest I can get to a Texas taco. So shout out to that. Have I been in the DMs of that account explaining the other flavors that I think they should have? Maybe I did. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I did. I just maybe Chef wants to think about maybe I am that person, but y'all won't know because y'all can't see my DMs. Okay. So first of all, I want to let y'all know being the chapter host for one of these chapters means I'm the person like leading the chapter, but I don't do this by myself. I'm getting gray hairs, but not that many. You know what I mean? So the reason why is because I have a team of rock stars that help me do this. There are 30 of us that put these events on every month. If you're on my volunteer team, can you raise a hand so that people can see you here? Yes, come on, volunteer team. Yes. Also, you might be like, wow, I have spare time. Wow, what will I do with it? We would love to have you. So here are the things we need right now. I need a social media volunteer. I want to add some people to our social media team. And there's one more volunteer I also need, but I forgot it. So just come on and tell me what you like. Oh, I remembered it. Woo, so glad it came back. We have a lot of wonderful sponsors and local partners that help us keep this event free. So we actually are building like a partnership and sponsorship team so we can care well for the sponsors that we have and get new sponsors also. Are you a people person? Are you detailed oriented? Do you like to convince people to give money or things? then we want you on the sponsorship team. Would love to have you. Thank you so much. So if you are interested in that, you can see me or any of our team here. We would love to get you engaged. Now, our theme is spicy. We are a different theme each month. So our first event of the year, February, our theme was native. Last month, our theme was perspective. And this month, we are spicy. And you may be like, what does this have to do with my creative journey? A lot, right? Because when we think about the use of spice, there are certain spices that are very strong, right? There are certain spices that may be a little more subtle, right? There are certain spices that elevate the flavors of other things. So we all need a little spice in our creative life, okay? So we want to explore what that's like, and I'm really excited you'll get to hear from Jake Rothschild today, one of our amazing food and chef pioneers here in Atlanta. But before we do that, let me also give y'all some little announcements. We have a title sponsor now, and I'm so excited to share with you. Is anybody familiar with the company MPB? Does that sound familiar? Any camera or photography enthusiasts? Well, we're here to let you know, okay? MPB is the world's largest company where you can trade and buy camera equipment, right? So MPB has come on as our new chapter title sponsor, which means they are a big part of how this event stays free. You'll get a chance to meet them because they're actually going to come down to Atlanta for a couple of events. But a part of why MPB is important is because maybe you like photography, maybe you're into it professionally, maybe you're into it as a hobby, but photography can be an expensive hobby, right? It's like, how am I gonna afford this camera? MPB is here to say people are getting rid of cameras all the time, and instead of them ending up in a landfill somewhere, we can actually exchange them among us, trade them in, right? So if you are into that type of thing, MPB want to help you. They want to be here for you, and we want you to go to them so that they can keep being our sponsor. Love you so much. Okay, so make sure you do that. Check out mpb.com. That's M as in Mary, P as in Paul, B as in be there, mpb.com. Make sure you check that out. They are amazing partners for us. Also, I want to give a big thank you to Greg Harding, who's our video partner here. Wave at the people, Greg. Thank you so much. You can follow Greg on IG at Greg Harding Films. Listen to me. You have a brand, you have a story, you have a TikTok, you have a thing that you need professional videography for. Greg is your person. You too can work with Greg for a fee. Wow. See Greg today. Go ahead. You may be able to get some bookings for him today, okay? So make sure you do that. Also, big shout out to Alejo, who is with us doing graphics recording. Wave at the people, Alejo. Okay, some of you may have seen Alejo here at some previous events we've had. Alejo does live graphic, like sketch and illustration. So he's actually doing this on his iPad live with us today. And I will get a chance to see a little bit of that, or you can peek over his shoulder if you nosy. Okay. You too can have Alejo at your event, or have Alejo make illustrations for your brand or your business for a what? Fee. Yes. We love to pay the people what their time is worth. Woo. Come on, people. We want to be net 13 instead of net 30 and 95 in 2 years. Okay. All right. Now, y'all ready for these 30-second pitches? Okay, some of y'all are like, what is this? Okay, so this is a thing that Creative Morning chapters do around the world, where you can come up here and pitch anything except for hate speech, because I'm just not going to have it. I'm not going to have it up here. I hope you don't have it in your life, but you definitely will not have it at Creative Mornings Atlanta, okay? But if it's not hate speech, you can come up here. We've had a person come up here and a project they were working on, they needed a space. They left Creative Mornings with suggestions of where they could meet. You might want you a boo. It's no shame in that, okay? You might come up here and say, I'm a sexy person. You know, people should partake of me. You have 30 seconds to share that up here, you know? Because it's spicy, we got to do it a little bit different today. So I want to give a shout out to Sublime Donuts. Do we have any Sublime fans out here? So the founder of Sublime, Kamal, shout out to Mark Kendall, who is an amazing improv comedian and writer. Mark was like, I know what you need. You need to have Kamal make a spicy donut. So if you coming up here to do a pitch, you gonna have a little bit of a spicy donut too. It's a spicy 30 seconds, okay? Don't worry. We've got water here for you. I'm prepared to help you. Also, for my people who are like, no, I'm gluten-free, we also have a spicy snack for you. If you're like, oh no, I'm vegan, these are vegan and gluten-free. Everyone who pitches will have something spicy this morning. Thank you. Are you ready for our first pitch? Y'all probably nervous as hell. Okay, let me see. Who we got in here? All right. First up, Casey Willis. Where are you, Casey? Let me see you, Casey. Don't hide. Don't hide. All right. All right, Casey. Are there dietary restrictions, Casey? Because I had to have these options because some people would be like, I'm gluten-free today if that means I don't have to do this. Okay, so this is what we're doing, Casey. It's just a little, just this you. Just take this. That's it. And go ahead. Amen. Okay. Yeah, the whole thing. And just give that a try. Yes, Casey, you did it, honey. You did it. Okay, are you ready for your pitch? Okay, let me give you a little bit of time, just a little bit of time. Okay, so the rest of y'all, your name's still in here, and you can't come up here and take it out. Okay, so just know your time is coming. Casey led the way. Casey led the way. Okay, it's just like in the back of your throat, like it hit you on the back end a little bit. Okay. So you feel you're ready? Okay. I'm going to give you the mic. I'm going to press this timer. At 30 seconds, the time going to go off. So 30 seconds is a good time to wrap it up. B, it's a good time to do that, okay?
Hello, everyone. My name is Casey Willis. I am the founding producer of Could Be Pretty Cool, an audio production company specializing in producing podcasts about arts and culture. On May 16th and 17th, in partnership with the Truist Foundation and the Watson Institute, we will be holding a complimentary event called Metrics and Mingling for the Metro Atlanta creative community live podcast recording. We're going to be doing interactive data collection to help find out how we as entrepreneurs and creators can better each other's at Could Be Pretty Cool, couldbeprettycool.com. Thank you.
All right, Casey, you did that, honey. All right, y'all ready for our next one? Let me see what we got in here. Casey, you made it through that, and if you need this water, I will send it back for you. You all right? Okay. All right. I might mispronounce this last name, but correct me when you get here. Okay, I think it's Diana Morales. Did I say? You gonna come up here and tell me though, because names are important. Okay, y'all don't clap yet, because Diana gonna tell me how to do this.
Diana Morales.
Morales. I got you. Diana Morales. Thank you, Diana. We in here, okay? Because names are important. We need to say them right. All right, this your time. Okay, yes, I'm going to allow this. So just so y'all know, these are late July scorching sauce. Yeah. So just grab you one. Don't stereotype me. No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just give it. Okay, you're going to try. All right. Okay. While Deanna is getting involved in that. Okay. No, everything's fine. Everything's great. We're it's a little maybe hot in the back of the throat, like a little bit, but you know, we're surviving. No tears have been shed. We could find some milk if people need that. We also have bananas available. It's okay. Deanna said we're gonna get this bottle of water right here though. Okay, you know, do we have tequila in the back? That's next month's event. We will have that. Okay, are you ready for your pitch? Did it do the work? Okay. All right, here you go. 30 seconds. You did it.
Hi, good morning. My name is Diana Morales, and I am looking for a spicy career change. So I'm looking for mentors to explore options in UX design and visual advertising, photography. If you want an assistant, I'm your girl. I also do voiceovers, so if you need a voiceover who's bilingual and who can do voiceovers in Spanish and Portuguese, I'm your girl too. Muchas gracias.
Come on, Deanna. Give it up for Deanna today. Y'all get Deanna this mentor today. I know one of y'all know UX, BMX. Y'all know something that ends with an X that you can help Deanna with today. Okay, let's see who else I have. All right. Oh, it's a one name, Dawn. Where you at, Dawn? Come on up here, honey. Let's do it. Are you a donuts girl? Are you a chips girl? Okay, well, come on. She said, I want the donuts and the spice. Love to see it. Okay, this you. You just gonna take this off of there. That's it. Let it do what it needs. I'm gonna slide this over here. Just okay. Dawn said, I'm all right. I do this. Dawn said, I have spice in my life all the time. You need a moment. You gonna come back for it? Okay, I'll come back. You gonna, okay. Promise. Okay. Okay, amen. Okay. All right. Dawn, you're ready.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Deanna, I'm a career transition coach, first of all, so maybe I can help. I am here for two reasons. I am co-hosting a Creative Mornings field trip on Wednesday with a co-host in LA who is a joy coach, and I coach on achieving any goal in 20 minutes or less a day. So we are doing the 20-minute solution to joy in your life for Creative Mornings on Wednesday. And I am moving to LA, and I need Creative Mornings friends and maybe a boo. So hook me up. Thank you.
Thank you, Dawn. Those of you that aren't familiar, Creative Mornings HQ does virtual events called field trips that you can engage with the Creative Mornings community around the world, right? So make sure you check out that. You can go to creativemornings.com and see more info about that. And Dawn, we never know. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there in the LA chapter ready to just connect in various ways. Oh, there's no LA chapter? Not us sending you out there, Dawn, so you can show them how we do it out there. They probably need a little bit of, little southern, little sweet tea, It gets real crunchy out there, so the people need help. Okay. Thank you, Dawn. Next, Heather, am I Bowden? Heather, am I Bowden? Okay, Heather Bowden, come on. Yes. All right, Heather, this you. Heather says that her creative superpower is giving a damn, and I'm here for it. I'm here for that, Heather. Okay. I did taste it, and I'm not really a spicy girl like that related to food. Wait a second. Do you need, okay. Heather said, wait, but while we playing. That's hot. But it is actually a very delicious donut, y'all. For those of you that are really spicy, if we have some little leftover pieces to taste, you can come up afterwards. Okay, I got a hand in the back. You can come up afterwards, but that donut is good as hell. I'm not gonna lie about it. You feel prepared? All right, here you go. 30 seconds.
Hi, everyone. My name is Heather. I just moved to Georgia in February. I've gone to Creative Mornings all over the country, and they're all amazing. So far, Georgia has been very near in my heart. I actually want to make here home. So I'm looking for a couple of things. Number one, friends. Number two, a boo. And number three, I am really into things you can't see, but you know are there. And so if anyone has any stories about things they can't explain. My first career was as a scientist. Bye.
You know what? I appreciated that. The promptness. Take a note, everyone. Take a note. Because I know you've been in some meetings where you wish somebody would have and that's their time. And they didn't. And you were stuck on Teams, and I know you hate it. You just wish they would have been like, oh, bye. That's my time. We needed that. Thank you. Thank you for modeling. Okay. Y'all see our friend who just moved here, so you can tell her where she can go eat some food, meet a boo. I'm just saying, make your needs known, okay? You don't know what can come back to you, manifestation, etc. All right. Amanda, where's Amanda? Amanda, are you ready? Come on, Amanda, let's go. This song choice, okay. Maybe they'll give us another one. Yes, okay. All right, my friend, here you go. Yes. All right, it's happening. Okay, you know what? Okay, jumping in. I like this, Amanda. I like that energy. We're gonna jump in there. I feel like when this donut, The spice, it's like a little bit hits you first, but then like it does hit you on the back a little bit. Y'all ever had something spicy that hit you like that? Where you're like, no, everything's fine. I'm fine. Am I fine? You know, like it's a little bit of that. You're okay. You're surviving. Okay, come on, Amanda. All right, here we go. 30 seconds.
Hi, my name is Amanda Norris. I'm the assistant director of an arts organization called the Bakery Atlanta. Maybe you've heard of it. And we're opening up a new space this year, ASAP, as soon as possible, in case you don't know acronyms. And it's called the Supermarket. And we're looking for lots of things: volunteers, pro bono professional help, and people to rent our space for a fee. And you can find more online at thebakeryatlanta.com, and you can email me, Amanda@thebakeryatlanta.com.
Y'all give it up for Amanda and the Bakery Atlanta. All right, who I got next? Christy Steely. Let me see you, Christy. We can do it. We can do it together. I feel that we can make it happen. All right, Christy. All right, it's your time. Oh, I mean, now you're out there. Okay, we're doing it. It's like a spicy with like a little bit of sweet. Shout out to Kamal. I know that Kamal already did this donut before we came along, but we are campaigning for this to be a Creative Mornings Atlanta spicy donut. So if you go in there and request it like that, thanks. Just be like, yeah, we heard this was named this. That'll be great. Okay. Ready, Christy? Okay, but I think you're like, let me actually take advantage of this water. Yeah, I feel that. I'm going to tell y'all what our original idea was. We were going to do our own version of Hot Ones with wings. But we couldn't figure out like how we would get the wings hot here at this time in the morning. So Kamal came through with that. But if we would do an after dark version, we'll let you know. Okay, ready?
Yes. 30 seconds. Who here has noticed that the online space has gotten pretty crowded? With everyone using AI and ChatGPT to sound better, how can you be sure to stand out and leave a lasting impression? As a professional speaker, consultant, and creative, I'm here to help you understand the communication tactics that will engage any audience in 2024 and beyond. I'm Christy. My superpower is storytelling. Let's talk after the program. Thank you.
Yes. Christy did not come to play with y'all, okay? Get your words together and see Christy today. Sometimes you need words for a job. Sometimes you need words for a boo. I'm just saying. All right, Moses. Where's Moses out here? Moses, let's go. Let's go. Y'all give it up for Moses coming up here. Yes. All right, Moses. Come over here to this side. Are you a donut person? Are you a scorching sauce? Okay, you're going to be this person, okay? Reach in the bag. Moses said that his superpower is being a thinker. So he thought about this and decided that he was going to go for the chips. There's some pacing going on, so I'm not exactly sure how things are going here. Okay, that's okay. Everything's okay. Do you need, because I have one that's not, okay. Okay, Moses said, I'm in there. I got it. You're ready? You're prepared? All right, here we go.
Hey guys, my name is Moses. I'm from California. Been in the Georgia area for 2 years. Just got laid off. Sucks. But I'm a software engineer. I work quality engineering. Just trying to find my next job. So I'm a thinker. I like to create applications. I like to break them. So if y'all looking for a quality engineer, hit me up.
I'll give it up one time for Moses out here. All right. Team, how much time do I have? Another? Okay. All right, Alejo said, I'm going to do this illustration and I'm going to pitch in here. Y'all give it up for Alejo today. Come on. Yes, Alejo. What person do you want to be? Are you a donut person? Are you a chip person? Okay, it's going to be the chip for you today, okay? Reaching into the bag, okay. Let's see how we're surviving. The chips are causing a little bit of pacing. I don't know. So I'm just always watching here. Okay. Alejo said, this is fine. I do this every day. What do y'all mean? Okay, you ready?
I'm ready. Hi, guys. Ooh, geez. Yep. Okay. Whew. I wanted to learn all the languages in the world, so I learned to draw. And now I use that to help people. Have you ever been to a conference and then somebody asks you, how was it? And you're like, it was great. Oh, what did they talk about? And it's like, I don't remember. I got you. If you're an event planner and you're worried that people who go to your event forget stuff, I got you. Hit me up at the end of the event.
Y'all see Alejo over there. Get you some illustrations for a fee. All right, last one. Kevin Beasley, come be our last spicy 30-second pitch. Kevin, is this you? This is your time. Y'all give it up for Kevin coming up here. All right, Kevin, is it donuts? Is it chips? What do you feel? Okay, Kevin said, I'm getting involved in this donut. I do recommend. All right, you're in there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we want to make sure no bite missed a spice, you know? All right. It's a head nod. We're making it. Okay. Whew, the eyebrows are up. Okay. I'm all okay. We got a little water here, so you're okay. We're gonna take a little sip there. That's right. Just do what you can. Do what you can to make it through that. Okay. All right. Feels good. Okay. Kevin, you feel ready? Oh yeah. Okay.
That's a good donut. So hey, cool. Hey, good morning, everybody. Glad to be spicy with you all. My name is Kevin Beasley. I'm a photographer and video producer. I recently started a home photo studio. So if you need headshots or a picture of your pet, come hit me up. But more importantly, I really want to start a pop punk cover band. So think like old school Blink-182 and Alkaline Trio. So if that's you, come talk to me or find me on Instagram at photobooth.world.
Nice. Pop punk band. Come on in here, Kevin. Y'all give it up for all of our spicy 30-second pitches. Okay, I'm going to ask my team, Shloka, will you come and get these things? And for those of you who are super duper curious, go to the DJ booth at the end of this event. It's enough for like 5 or 6 of y'all to taste this. Okay, thank you so much, Shloka. You can come back for this if you can't get this all. Oh, come on and multitask today. Love to see it. Okay, let me give y'all a couple more not invitations. What is the word? Y'all know the morning comes and you're like, what am I doing? These are announcements. Oh, child. Life is hard. Okay, let me tell y'all a couple other things. Okay, listen. How many of y'all are OG Creative Mornings people? Like before the pandemic, you would come to this thing. Okay, OG people, it's good to see y'all. Okay, things is happening a little bit differently now in that we have evening events too. Okay, so we are 10 events a year, 5 mornings and 5 evenings, and our evening event is called Creative After Hours. So thank y'all for catching that. Yes, thank you. We don't want that. Thank you. So what we're doing next month, our theme for next month is vibrant, and big shout out to Atlanta Contemporary, which I will talk more about in a minute, but we'll actually be back here for an evening event called Crafts and Cocktails. You don't want to miss that. These evening events are also free. They also have free sparkling water and free food or vittles. This isn't like mac and cheese food, but it's like enough that you like ate something, you felt satisfied while you were at the event. We provide this because creative times are hard. Sometimes it's a net 2 years and you just trying to make it out here in between. People are laying off right now. So, you can come here, get you a free cup of coffee in the morning, get you some breakfast. And at night, you can get you a little can of something. This time we are going to have cocktails and mocktails for the people. Okay. So you want to make sure you get tickets for that. I'm very excited for us to host that here. Atlanta Contemporary has been so wonderful. And in fact, while I'm talking about Atlanta Contemporary, let's just go there. Have you not enjoyed this beautiful venue today? Oh my gosh. Like, Atlanta Contemporary is fantastic. So before you leave, if you haven't already, please go inside the building and check out the art in there. Get yourself inspired. Look at some of what's happening there. And let me tell you something else. You too can have events at Atlanta Contemporary for a fee. Look at that. You can support Atlanta's arts community. Get married here, okay? Have a little birthday party here. Let your company use their money to have an event here. Spend money here because we want to support our arts community. Yes, Ethan in the back, wave your hand for me. If you want more information about Atlanta Contemporary, see Ethan. He has the information. And if you can't see Ethan, go to the website. I'm atlantacontemporary.org. Am I making that up? Look at me. atlantacontemporary.org. Go there. We love them so much. Also, y'all are like, wait, I could hear this on a podcast too. Why, yes, you can. Creative Mornings Atlanta has a podcast called Wake Up and Create. Go to your podcast player right now and subscribe if you not, because we put in events there every Monday. Okay, listen, you're like, well, what's happening? A train, but also a podcast, okay? On the podcast, you're not just hearing the talks, you are hearing clips of the talks with conversation and discussion around creative processes. We're also doing interviews this season, so you will hear a couple of interviews from some of amazing Atlanta creatives. You don't want to miss that. We have a very deep archive. This is an archive that has Fahamu Peku in it, that has Maya Bailey in it, that has the founders of DragonCon in it. So you don't want to miss these episodes. Go to your podcast player. And you know what? Those episodes are free. You don't even have to listen to the podcast for a fee. Look at that. Y'all love free stuff. Okay. Also, we are partnering with WABE for that podcast. I have any WABE fans in here? Yes, y'all, we love WABE. WABE is helping us make this podcast happen. So big shout out to WABE. Listen to our podcast. There are so many other great podcasts and radio shows there. Go check it out. Be creative. Support our local news affiliates. All right, now, are y'all ready for our speaker? Let me tell y'all something. First of all, our speaker, Jake Rothschild. Rothschild is such a rich last name. Like, I wasn't intending to ask Jake about it, but I am when Jake gets up here, because it's very rich, you know? Like, it's like Windsor, you know? It's like, tell us about your rich uncle. Like, I want to know. So we're going to find out. But if you are not familiar with Jake, you should be familiar with Jake's Ice Creams, which Jake Rothschild founded. You should be familiar with the cooking schools where you can go and Jake will show you how to cook something. We actually did, for one of our Creative After Hours, we did our first cooking class ever with Jake at the cooking schools. The people learn how to make paella. I mean, really. So let's hear about Spicy from Jake Rothschild. Oh my goodness. So sometimes when we have speakers, we'll have sort of more of what feels like a traditional TED Talk. And then sometimes we'll have speakers in conversation. So that's what Jake and I are going to do today. And after we are done in conversation, we are going to open up the floor. So if you have questions you want to ask Jake, we love that. We want people to do that today. So Jake, hi.
Good morning.
Thanks for being here.
What a beautiful crowd. You know that, right?
Okay, so I always like to start with, what is your Atlanta origin story? What brought you to Atlanta? Like, tell us that.
So Atlanta was a safe, small, big city. And I had just invented something while I was in college, and I was told this was the town to break it out. What they didn't tell me was how frickin' hot it gets here, because I had created the first instant all-natural hot chocolate. Hard to sell here. But I did it anyway. And my real job was with Turner Broadcasting, and had a great time there. And they could tell that I was not a TV guy. So they pushed me out of the nest and into the hot chocolate and chocolate candy world for a little while. And then I got into ice cream. And we started making all kinds of flavors that were from the people. Everybody who knows our product knows that somebody in the audience or somebody nearby created the flavor. So they had an idea, they brought it to me, we created it. Chocolate slap yo mama, brown sugar vanilla, nutter nanner Elvis, all created by other people. Can't take credit for any of it. Steve's Thrilla vanilla. I mean, there's just lots and lots of really great flavor ideas. But we wanted to interact. We wanted to know our customers, which we call our guests, and we wanted to get connected to them. And Atlanta has been that embracing community where entrepreneurs are welcome, and it really was a good choice for me to be here.
Okay, we have to know, for the theme of spicy, do you have a favorite spicy food that you love?
I do, but you guys are going to be so disappointed. It's vanilla. It's vanilla. Vanilla is a spice. I had to look it up real quick just to make sure.
Okay.
So there was a huge cyclone that wiped out the vanilla crop in Madagascar about 10 years ago, and we all freaked out because we were not about to use imitation vanilla. Couldn't do it. So we started finding remnant vanilla beans wherever we could, and we started making our own vanilla extract. So all of our vanilla ice creams are made from our own vanilla, and we now are making extracts as a product that we are selling. And the spiciest one we do is with Fireball. So that's where the spice comes from. I kept thinking I don't really eat spicy food. I like it, but it doesn't really love me. And then I thought, could we squeeze the vanilla in there somehow? And that's what we're doing.
You know what? I'm going to accept this answer, Jake.
Thank you so
and I'm
much.
going to tell you the reason.
I am so relieved.
I'm going to tell you the reason. Because in order, I do feel like if I go to a donut place, for example,
Yeah.
it's like I've got to start with the base vanilla donut. Because I feel like if you can't get the flavor of the basic vanilla donut right,
Yeah.
then who cares if you're throwing cereal on top and whatever.
true.
Like, you got to be able to get those layers of vanilla right.
That's right.
So I do accept this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay.
I can sleep better tonight.
Thank you. Can you tell us how you feel sort of the idea of spicy has played a role in your creative journey? Because I'm a home cook. I'm obviously not at a chef's level there.
Right.
But as a home cook, I really enjoy like the creativity of
Sure.
cooking. I enjoy even seeing, like, I'm definitely like a Top Chef girl, like watching like what are the chefs doing, you know? There's a lot of creativity that goes into creating food.
Right.
So what would you say spicy has meant, whether that's literally or figuratively, to your journey?
So I've got two answers. I'm a farmer by birth. My family's been in the farming industry since the 1860s. And so growing spice, growing basil specifically, has been a very big part of what I do. We have a blueberry basil sorbet, for example. The freshness of spice has been a really big thing for me. We dry spices as well, but the freshness of anything that we're growing, Greek oregano, for example, fresh mint. We have 6 different kinds of mint growing at our farm. Those are the kinds of things that are really vibrant and lively, vibrant for your next month. We like things that really have a story, that are not just something that we bought off the shelf that could be 6 months to a year old. We like to actually create the things that are going into our product. And with spice, it's really important if we can, like ginger, for example. You can grow ginger in a pot in your backyard here in Atlanta. And we do a lot of things with ginger because it's got heat. And if there was a heat spice, that would be mine. So I would say that to have something that wakes your mouth up, that wakes your brain up, to make it fresh is probably a really good idea.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay, talk to us about your journey into knowing that this is where you wanted to end up now. Like,
Sure.
when you think about your first moving to Atlanta,
Right.
you have your hot chocolate. Ice cream hadn't even entered your mind
Right.
yet. Talk to me about what was the journey to get there, and then the journey to get to where you want to teach other people how to cook. Because not everyone who does something well is good at teaching other people how they can do it. So talk to us about
Sure.
why those things became
Sure.
important.
So first with the ice cream, we had Baskin-Robbins, we had Dairy Queen, and we had a place called Tim's. And Tim's was in Virginia Highlands. You guys are all way too young to remember Tim's. But Tim's had a line out the door 6 days a week, amazing product, all creative. And one day they were gone. They just disappeared. And somebody came into my coffee shop that I had opened up to try to sell hot chocolate. And they said, "You got to start making ice cream, dude." And I'm like, I do? Why do I have to do that? And they said, "Because Tim's is gone." I'm like, oh no. So I scraped the pennies together to buy a ice cream machine, and it was delivered. And you know how you hear about McDonald's never has their soft serve working and so forth. I bought one of those machines, built to break. And I asked them for their recipe book, and they says, "We don't have a recipe book. Good luck." And they were gone. We didn't quite yet have the internet yet. I went to the library and looked to see if Ben & Jerry's might have spilled the beans a little bit about maybe something in one of their flavors that I could catch on to do. Been making ice cream as a kid with a hand crank at home, but I didn't know anything about doing this. Same year that we had the salmonella scare. Nobody could eat eggs in Atlanta or in Georgia. So I had to create a product that did not have eggs in it, and most ice creams now don't. And the ice cream kind of took off. And strangely, the daughter of Ted Koppel was at Emory. So Ted Koppel was coming in for ice cream. And
Ted Koppel was an anchor person, for those of y'all that are
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what?
Keep forgetting. You guys are so young. So anyway, we started having people talking about our product, and then the internet started to pick up that we were doing something interesting. And the next logical question for people was, well, what are you going to do next? It wasn't enough that I was making pretty good ice cream. Are you going to open up a restaurant? And everything I'd ever heard from anybody who owned a restaurant was that I could just go ahead and sign over my soul to the devil because it was not going to be a happy time. It's very long hours, craziness. But I did like the idea of teaching. And I liked the idea of teaching my friends first how to cook. And that took off. And the cooking schools started off on Irwin Street at the Irwin Street Market, which we started. And before we really got very far, what is now my true passion came about, and you guys haven't really maybe heard about that. We started an incubator where we helped small food businesses get their start. We had a lot of kitchen space and a lot of hours available for them to use. And the first person who came in was none other than Stephen Kars with King of Pops. Wow. So we helped launch King of Pops. We helped launch Little Tart Bakery. We helped launch Old Fourth Ward Pizza, Glide Pizza. And the goal was to charge them as little as possible so they could actually afford to make some money. There are a lot of companies out there that are doing shared kitchens where the money is the object, and that's not our object at all. I've never been money motivated at all. It's not something that's going to happen later in life either. And what we decided to do was we're going to charge them only for kitchen time. And if they needed networking help, if they needed business planning help, if they needed a shoulder to cry on, if they needed to borrow some equipment, it's free. That's what we were going to do. And the pandemic hit, and we decided this is no longer going to be a for-profit business at all, and we went nonprofit. And we did this so that we could help more people as many ways as possible. So it's called Our Village Kitchens. Thank you very much. And if you know anybody who has a great salsa recipe or a great anything, if they bake, if they do meal prep, and they're looking for an affordable kitchen, there's my 30-second pitch. Bye. No. So this is the passion, and the next thing is being able to grow this business, all of these three things, the ice cream, the cooking school, and Our Village Kitchens, outside of Atlanta. And we have taken a huge, spicy, scary leap, and we are opening up a space in Mount Pleasant, just outside of Charleston, with the goal to work with the Gullah Geechee community, who is getting zero shine, zero light from the white community in the area. And we reached out to them immediately. They're actually our next door neighbors. They have an office in the bank next to us. And we went to them immediately and said, we are opening up an incubator right next door to you. And if you know anybody who is financially challenged and is looking for a way to grow their business, we will help them. And they kept looking at me like I had three heads. And what was my angle? But this is my spice. This is what I wanted to do. I'm a very rebellious person. I take ridiculously stupid risks, but for the right reasons. Yeah. And this is one of them.
Yeah. Oh, I love that.
Is that spicy enough for you?
I mean, that's the kind of spice that we want to hear, because sometimes people are the type of spicy that, you don't really want that. So
I wasn't scared.
This is good. We like that. So, you're looking out here at a room full of creatives.
Yes.
And what I love about this community is some of us actually work in creative industry, right? You have some people that are working at creative agencies, work in design, right? You have some of us that are in fine arts, performing arts. Then you have some people here who just love creative stuff, right? Sure. They may not do that for a living. When you think about your own journey, what would you say would be like the spice that you would encourage creatives, no matter what their industry or background, to incorporate in their personal life, in their professional life, that can help give their life that little bit of a good kind of spicy?
So immediately I would say that your inner voice is either your best friend or your worst enemy, and it's probably both. And what I would like to communicate to everybody here is put blinders on, put earplugs in, and do your thing. Really, literally do what matters to you. Do not worry about what your mom and dad, your grandparents, your next door neighbors think. Do your thing. And I do mean it with THANG. Do it with spice. Do your thing. Do not worry what anyone else thinks, because if I had done that, I'd still be working at Bank of America. We wouldn't want that, would we? No. Listening to the voices of other people, unless they are on your beam and in your tribe, is a complete disharmony to your life. Listen to the people who get you when you're going to listen to other people. But listen to your inner voice, the one that loves you and the one that believes in you, and do your thing. Do not be scared, because the worst thing you can do is fail. And then you're going to learn something and you'll try again.
Yeah. Yeah. Right on. Right on. Okay, last question, then I want to open it up to the floor. Can you tell us about Rothschild as a last name?
If you must.
Like, it feels very rich. I just want to know.
I'm a gay man, and I came out to my parents very young. I was in my early 20s, and they had always had mixed versions of what was going to happen to me if I came out. My mother's was that I would be disowned, and my mother's was also that I would have to change my name because she wanted no affiliation with somebody that was gay or queer. And I was absolutely beside myself when I realized I had to tell the truth. And I went to my grandmother in New York City, whose maiden name was Rothschild, and she was livid that my father had married somebody. My grandmother was my father's mother, married somebody that would feel that way. And she said, "Take my name, that'll show him."
Wow.
And that was a lovely thing to do. Yeah. I didn't know what that name meant to a lot of people in the Illuminati, which we are not affiliated with at all. And she said, "And if anybody gives you a hard time, just tell them you're from a much better family." And so I loved that. She thought the whole concept of gay and straight was a ridiculous construct, and she died at 100 and a half.
Wow.
So I learned a whole lot from that lady.
Yeah.
And so Rothschild to me is red shield, which means stop, listen, be yourself. That's what it means to me. It doesn't mean anything about any of the pretentiousness. It just happens to be the name that I was given by my grandma.
Yeah, come on. I love that. That's the right kind of rich.
Thank you.
I like it. All right, we're going to open up the floor. Shloka is going to be our beautiful version, her own version of Tyra Banks. She's going to bring the microphone to you. Do I have any questions for Jake today?
And please don't hold back. I'll answer pretty much anything.
Hi, so yes, I am really curious about you saying that you're not money motivated. I feel like as creators, we do it for the passion, we do it for the love, but also we want to get paid. So tell us about not being money motivated.
I'm so glad you said that. I do like having it. Very, very much. But it doesn't trip my trigger. Getting the money is the way we get to other things that we want and need, but it does not motivate me. Motivating me is, let me tell you a story. All the people that run my business are black women. That motivates me. They are the most amazing human beings in my life. They are my sisters from other misters. I'm sorry, but that's pretty distracting from cash, from Stripe, from debit cards. None of those things, they're just means to an end. The relationships that I get to have with my people is way bigger. And when they're being allowed to own the company with me, and they're being allowed to grow their own little farm, so to speak, money can't touch that. It just can't. So I think that we all should be paid what we're worth, absolutely. And I do believe in getting the fee, no question about it. And I believe in being paid up front, okay? Not billing anybody for 10-day net. Paid up front. We did the work, let's get paid up front. But it's not what trips my trigger. It's not what lights me up. What lights me up are my relationships. So.
Yeah. Great question. Thank you. Got another one?
Hello, fellow gay here. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. So first of all, just thank you for sharing everything. But that last anecdote about take my name, I thought that was really beautiful. Just wanted to say that. But the question I have, so in my Top Chef viewing and in my watching of movies like The Menu or movies like, or shows like The Bear, for example, it seems from my amateur position that there's somewhat of an inherent tension between like the creative potential of food and the fact that unlike almost any other creative medium, it is like a vital necessity. All creative mediums are necessary. Yes, we need them to live, but food is like we need it to make it to the next day.
Right.
So with your mentality of trying to be socially conscious, anti-racist, which yes, black women are the best people on the planet. Just going to say it. Yep. I agree. How how do you, first, do you also feel that tension between sometimes people just need to eat, right? But also food should be creative.
Yeah.
Do you experience that tension? And if so, where do you find the harmony within
Well,
that?
I'm really glad that you distinguished the thing about women. We hire men. We do. But we have to be very careful walking the HR line. We seek out women of color. And the reason we do that is they are treated horribly in the food community. And if you've ever watched a TV show that had a white male chef screaming at his team, which he probably calls his staff, which is a horrible word, you know that that is possibly real, and it is real. And so every time we meet a woman chef who has not been given a chance to run her own show, if she has a personality and she knows how to lead instead of scream, we're very, very interested. With food, I've never been into fancy food. I've been into really good food. And I don't think it needs to be fancy, and I don't think it needs to be pretentious. I think it needs to be prepared well with love. And so, like Water for Chocolate, if you've ever seen the movie, that's one, if you haven't, you need to watch, because it's an emotional expression, and it does involve science, but it also involves a lot of love and art.
Yeah.
So
it's great. Thank you. Great question. I had one over here.
Hello.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Jake. Thanks for remembering my name. Okay, so I'm so excited about you talking about your relationship with vanilla. I'm so glad that you brought that up as a spice. Let's hear it for vanilla. Not that I'm vanilla, but you know, because I'm not. Right. And Latin women are pretty awesome too, by the way. We know that. Okay, so I'm excited about this relationship and this journey. I'm sure you met some beautiful and amazing people farming the Madagascar vanilla. You bring it back, you make your own extract. I'm curious, are you exploring other extracts, and how does that work out, and how have you shared with the people, because I'd love to hear that.
So it's a new venture. We started doing the extracts about 6 months ago, and we went from doing vanilla, which we've always done, to doing what other extracts are valuable to people. Clove extract is a big one, and then mint extract. Peppermint extract is extremely expensive, and one of the things when we're talking about money is that we want our vanilla and our mint extracts to be affordable.
Right.
And if you go into the grocery store and you buy the little bottle, it's 10 to 20 bucks. And that's a complete ripoff. So we want to be able to sell you a big bottle for 10 to 20 bucks. And we can do that using organic, clean ingredients and not make a big fuss about it. Just do the right thing. And so what we're doing is launching this extract business as a ingredient inclusion to our business, but also for bakers who want something they can afford. It doesn't have to. You know how expensive groceries are right now. We haven't had a price hike since before the pandemic, and we're fighting with the community. We just opened up an ice cream parlor in Hapeville. We need your love, please. And there's a wonderful place called Gabby's that's selling ice cream that has about 40 or 50 ingredients in it. And everybody's going there because the ice cream scoops are about $2. And I don't blame you for going for a $2 scoop. Ours are $4. Now, we're still less expensive than, I'm going to choke, Jenny's. But we're still cheaper than Jenny's. Anyway, but we have between 5 and 6 ingredients. And if we have Chocolate Slap Your Mama, when my business partner, Shay, took her whole family out of town to Martha's Vineyard during the pandemic, she was gone. And I got sneaky, and I decided Oreos were now gluten-free. I'm going to go gluten-free on my Chocolate Slap Your Mama. And she said, why would you do that? Why would you fix something that isn't broken? And I said, now all the GF people can eat our ice cream. That's a broken thing that we're going to fix. So last night somebody said, I'm moving to Hapeville, and I need gluten-free ice cream. Do you have it? Gabby's does not have gluten-free ice cream. Too bad. Anyway, we wrote her back immediately. She had an answer in 5 minutes, and we're going to invite her in to make gluten-free ice cream with us. So what we're looking at is interaction, making sure that we're listening to you guys and figuring out if there's an extract that you guys really want in your baking or your cooking, tell me. We'll make it.
Love that. Thank you. Got one more here.
Got some over here, too.
And then you two will be our last two.
Okay.
3, 2.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. My name is Allison.
My question is, thank you so much for all that you said. I feel like what I've gathered from everything that you said, you've taken like this exploratory approach to life and your career as well. I'd love to know what's next for you. Like, what else are you into? What are you feeling right now? Anything.
I definitely want to give my life over to Our Village Kitchens. I want to do nothing but helping other people chase their love and their passion. That's going to give me more juice than anything else I could possibly do. So it's definitely going to be in the nonprofit sector.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, I think we got our last 2 or 3 questions over here. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I really appreciate your just enthusiasm and courage within the steps that you described that you've taken. And I am a creative that knows nothing about the restaurant industry but has an idea. And I feel like that's usually how it starts, right?
Yes.
An idea, but
Yes.
not knowing anything about the field and the stuff and the things. So what advice would you give for the first step for entering the industry with an idea that when you have it, what feels like everything else but
Sure.
the chops, like
So-
the X's and O's?
So this happens every day. We get a query like 3 or 4 times a day. I want to do this thing. We know you've done this. How do we do it? You come talk to me for free. Just come sit with me for an hour. There's no hook, none whatsoever. Come talk to me, and I'll point you towards restaurateurs that are doing it right. If you're wanting to open up a restaurant, if you're looking at producing a food product, I'm going to try to grab you and make sure you stay with us, because we are really looking for people in all of our kitchens so that we are helping people the right way for the least amount of money. So absolutely, come talk to me. Absolutely.
Yeah, love that. Last question up here. Oh. You sure? You.
No, come
Hello?
on. Come on.
Hello?
Come on. Aw. Please.
Hey, turn it back on.
Amen.
No, wait. Because we got to make sure we can get it for the recording, too. It's on now? Is it a green light on the bag? Is it green back there? Okay, all right now.
We live?
All right,
You
we
did
in
it.
there.
We
You
live,
did it. You
Charlamagne?
did it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're
Come on,
standing up.
Charlamagne. Okay.
Hello. I'm Angel.
Hi,
Again,
Angel.
thank you for everything that you shared. I felt like you were very authentic and genuine. My question was more about community, because you were talking about how a lot of your flavors are community driven.
Yes.
I'm very interested in building community, fostering community, but I'm not on the ground, right? So in more of the digital space, do you have any advice or insight on how you were able to get buy-in from your people or build the community that's around Jake's?
Door to door.
So how does that work in the are we like
So
going in
for
DMs? Because you know what I mean?
Literally, yes. Every time you talk to somebody, tell them what you are doing and what you want to do and how you want to involve them. Every single time you're talking about, I'm buying things for the kitchens in South Carolina on Facebook Marketplace. Every single time I say, this table is for this cooking school I'm opening up in this. You tell your story every single time, and you make people aware of a reason for them to fall in love with what you're doing. Easy. Easy. You just have to be willing to connect.
Okay, that was good. All right.
Thank you, Angel. I'm glad you stood up.
Hi again.
Hi, Diana.
I just want to say that the very first time I tried your ice cream was a Mexican hot chocolate flavor. And I'm very picky about the food. And it
You know
really
its
brought
name
me
has
home.
changed, right?
I
A
didn't know
very
that.
drunk woman came in one night and said, I need some of that hot, sexy Mexican. And they changed the name right there and there.
Okay.
I can
That's what it's called
identify
now,
with
hot,
that.
sexy Mexican.
I would like to identify with that product.
Props.
Not opposed. And another, and I have a suggestion. It would
Please.
be amazing if we had an ice cream for breakfast, Creative Mornings Day, with Jake's Ice Cream.
When?
Don't tell me what a good time, Deanna. I love ice cream for breakfast, honey.
So,
Jake.
guys, we just moved into our new location on Highland, which is where Jake's was actually born. We moved back. Irwin Street Market is gone, and the buildings are about to be torn down. Not bad. It's where we're going. It's beautiful. But we're making ice cream there. We're now in grocery stores as well. And we would love for Amina to be persuaded to do a breakfast ice cream.
We can make that happen, y'all.
Mhm. Think about
I'll
waffles
see y'all in June,
and
okay?
maple
Thank
syrup.
you. Thank you.
Okay, now my serious question.
Please.
I heard about your next steps with a nonprofit.
Yes.
Have you ever considered helping well, let me rephrase this. You mentioned growing your own ingredients.
Yes.
And I'm very interested in anything that has to do with gardening,
Yes.
organic food, clean eating. Have you ever thought about having a group of people in our communities? I feel like a lot of the brown communities do not have as much access to this type of opportunities to learn how to grow their own food.
Yes.
Would you be open to have a group learning at your
Yesterday.
teaching?
Yes. Absolutely.
Because
so
I
will
would
you
love
reach out
to.
to me?
Yes.
Okay, please do. So real quick, just so you know, there's a person who's helping us do this giant move of all this equipment we've been accumulating to the South Carolina space. He is becoming a she. Her ex-partner has an autistic child. She heard a rumor, which was absolutely true, that I specialize in teaching autistic children. And she asked Annie, who was Anthony, could Annie please broker a conversation between me and JC so that she could help us have a full-out program for teaching autistic children. And we are having that meeting tomorrow at 2 o'clock. We will absolutely want to hear anybody's ideas out here at all. You know how to reach me. It's very easy to do. Any idea that you're not speaking up about now, let me know. That's what we feed on. Please.
Yeah. Y'all give it up for Jake Rothschild
Thank you so much.
this morning.
Thank you.
Oh, my goodness. What a great morning. Jake's going to stick around for a few minutes
Sure.
if y'all want to come up and chat. Listen to the words I say. Make sure you get your tickets for the last Thursday of May. We will be back at Atlanta Contemporary for crafts and cocktails. I heard a rumor Tan Brown is doing the mocktails. You don't want to miss that. Also, if it's food left over there, take it to your home. Take it to your job. Take it somewhere that's not here. And thank y'all so much.
Yeah, buddy. Rolling like a big shot. Chevy tuned up like a NASCAR pit stop.